You can help support the channel by heading to our merchandise store and picking up some of our great aircraft designs created by our graphic designer. We'll have everything from fighters to transport aircraft, which you can choose to have printed on t-shirts, mugs, stickers and much more. Head to the description below and click the links and pick up your design today. Thank you and enjoy. So here come the random ones that I got from some viewers. Fastest one, fastest you've been in the Tornado.
Actually, yes. I think today I can tell you, it was in the very beginning when we went to Goose Bay, which is a preparation for red flag and maple flag. You fly very low, and when we went there when it was really cold, and when it's really cold and dry, many people do not know the Tornado goes even supersonic in dry. So actually we flew beyond Mach. We didn't know it only when we came back, because the refueling tanks on the wings were, let's say, a little bit deplaced. They went on the tips together. So the technician says, what have you done with the tanks? Did you hit something? We didn't saw it. We went away from the aircraft, and of course in our investigations, and we went just shortly behind 1 point something. And actually we flew in Goose Bay 570 knots. This is not, it depends, 540 knots, you know, from all the interviews, it depends at what altitude you fly it. Then you have a different, yeah. But this was the fastest. Of course, I flew 1.2 at the Triple TE, you know, when you have the supersonic training flight just to see what is happening. But the fastest one, you know, we flew beyond Mach 1 in low level, in 200 feet. But we didn't realize. We didn't realize that it happened.
No buffering.
No, actually we didn't have any buffering. Yeah? Okay, it was very close. Maybe it was actually only 0.99. I do not know how precise the instruments they are, but you know, the tanks were only limited to 0.92, and that's why we, let's say, the tanks were not deformed, only, you know, they were not anymore in straight line with the aircraft.
Yeah. Another one. What did the old Phantom and F-104 guys think of the new Tornado?
Let's say at the beginning, to be very honest, the F-104, you know, it's a very beautiful aircraft. They sink, and of course, many people didn't want it. And of course, this aircraft is unbelievably fast. You know, I had 2 flights in a TF, in a trainer, in the back seat. But actually, of course, you can fly fast. I went with this aircraft 1.7 or something like this, but high level. And you do not, for me, high level 1.7, it's like flying in a Concorde. You do not feel that you fly so fast.
Yeah.
You only know because somebody is telling you the letter. And yes, and actually, I think this was at the beginning a little bit a problem, because, you know, they were only flying single seat. They never had enough. So we had to do some, let's say, yeah, it's like with people who come together, which have to do the same things. At the beginning, they do not know. So it took a while. The F4 guys, you know, the F4, it's a totally different aircraft. I think you can, it can hit, I do not know, 20 shots and it will still fly.
Yeah.
So of course they had a different opinion. We had quite a lot of people who came later on from the F4 to the Tornado, because, you know, the F4 was put out of service, and you cannot compare because technically it was a jump. It was a different airplane. And the F4, you know, we used it not so much in air to ground. It was more a fighter and reconnaissance in the German Air Force. And the F-104, I think it was, yeah, the airplane was designed for shooting high-flying bombers coming over the border, but the German tried to make a fighter bomber out of it, and it was very bad. You know, we lost 269 airplanes, and it was not designed for this. But this is my personal opinion.
And the last random question from one of our viewers: what do you think of the Typhoon in the German Air Force?
Oh, totally different airplane. It was developed still for the, let's say, for the war, when we still have, let's say, the Warsaw Pact and the NATO. It's a very good airplane. It has an unbelievable flight control system. It's amazing. Of course, it's a little bit unstable, and it's, I think, a very good fighter. No questions about it. Whether we can fully use it for fighter bomber, it's the same. If you develop something for a special role and redevelop it, you will have your constraints. But I think at the end, with the, let's say, with the bombs and everything what you put on now below it, which is guided by themselves, etc., I think it will work. No, it's a very good airplane, no? But it's a totally different design. No? It's you know, it's partially unstable by itself. So, and very high in demands. I think if you come with other airplanes in a dogfight, winning against Typhoon would be difficult.